Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yetunde, and we are going to talk about the second style of doing a ruffled headband today. There is the style where you can have like the detached back, but this will just be an easy styling using the ashoke. If you're just joining us, please subscribe to the channel, put on the notification bell, drop your comment, give us a thumbs up. Let's know what we're doing right. Let's get feedback from you and know how to serve you better. And put on the notification bell so you can know when we drop a new video. So I'll just be quick with this one since I've done a lot of talking in the former ruffled band. So if you need a lot of detailed explanation, please go to the previous ruffled headband video. Okay, so this I'm just going to be using the fabric as it is. That's 6.5, and then the totality of it is a 35. That's the 70 inches. Okay, so what I'll just do to this is I'll fold the edges, the two insides. I'm going to mark the back parts, so I'm going to be marking 6 inches, which is for the back, the back part, where normally you would have just put elastic on it. So that will be 6 inches by itself, or you can do 7 inches depending. Okay, so at that part we're just going to mark 2 inches of elastic is going to take 1 inch. You're going to sew ½ inch, and then there will be ½ inch for just the movement, but it shouldn't be too wide so it doesn't keep running around. Okay, so that being said, I'm just going to, so I'm doing 2.25, just going to come down at that side, and I'm going to make this place just exactly like that, which is the back part. Okay, so the remaining thing to do is now to just gradually panel this upper part to that part. So we're just going to panel down gradually. Okay, so now that we have that, I think those are the major things we need to do. Okay, next thing is to cut our elastic. So we're not going to use anything, we're just going to use elastic for it all through. So my round edge, then measure your round edge, whatever your round edge is. My own round edge is a 22. I'm going to be reducing my elastic by 2 inches, or let's say 3 inches. Why am I doing that? You have to reduce it a little. I'm going to do 22. So if I reduce it by 3, 1, 2, that's 19. So take out 3 inches from your round edge, so that this can help you for the elasticity. But don't forget that from part of this, you still sew like part of it. You're still going to sew ½ inch in the dress. You'll see that the remaining will be what you'll use for your round head. But I don't want it to be too tight, because by the time you ruffle this on it, this one too will take more space, so we might make this a little tighter. So 3 inches away from your round head is just fine. So now that I've done that, the next thing I just need to do is to go to the machine, and then I'm going to join this. And then turn out, and then we'll come back to using this. Now I've passed it out, so you can see this is the sewing part. This is so I'm just going to straighten it so that the sewing part stays in. So I sewed it and I turned it out. So the sewing part stays down. Okay, so that is it in straight form. The next thing to do is to now pass in the elastic. So I put pin on the elastic. I'm going to just pass it from one end to the other, and I just pause it so that, so while passing, just keep passing like that, straight form. Hold the edge of the elastic so it doesn't move. Keep passing it. This was how we pass them in. I want to pass elastic in, Okay, so we're at the end. We open our tandem. So now what we need to do is just to close this part and this part. Okay, so this one back to back and then back to back, so we can go like this. I want to see how we can close it. Okay, if we push this in like this, and then we can push these edges in and just tip it down. I think this will be more effective. So just push that other side in, then push these edges in too. Okay, so make sure I put all the ruffles in. Okay, so this is it. We can just go and shape this down. That's all. So just fixed it back, and then I went to top stitch it like I did, but this time around I just used the pin to secure it down. I'll still do the finishing, you know, later on. Okay, so I secured it before I went to top stitch. Okay, so that being done now, I think I didn't hold this elastic, so I have to, you know, do something, maybe just tip it down, because I'm not going back to do that. Okay, so at the end of the day, this is what you have. Okay, so you have the finished result, just like this one. This was the first one we did that has the fabric at the back, but you can do this in the full front without having any fabric, and then you can see that the result is just the same thing, and this is just the straight line, no complication. Elastic inside, there's fabric inside this one. So the last thing to do is to just stone it like this one, and then we'll get the same result from it. So that's how you can just do your ruffles in an easier form, instead of, you know, going through all this calculations. So I hope you learned something, and you can try any of these styles. Give us a thumbs up, drop your comments, subscribe, tell someone about this channel, and come back for more. Thank you for watching.